It is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica. To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey, move out my way. Oh, yes, so nice!
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. If you are new to this platform, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Guys, we have a very interesting program coming up tonight, especially the first segment. Nobody has ever talked about this before. Nobody who talks politics, nobody who vlogs politics, they've never examined the change and the changes that are happening and that have happened to our two major political parties over time. So here at JPU, we are going to examine this tonight. We're going to see how they changed. I'm going to tell you my views on what I think about these two political parties and the type of leadership, the type of ideology, the type of image that they each carry, and how the people have responded to them in their new form. So let us see who's here. We're also going to talk about some other things as well. That's just the first segment. I have a voice note to play here from a JLP counselor who is saying some very serious things. I'm going to play that for you guys. I'm going to also address the gentleman from the NIA because he need to come back and take a look at the NIA, Mr. Trevor Monroe. So I hope this message can reach to Mr. Trevor Monroe for me today, and so that he can look at the situation and examine it. Right? So I'm also going to read an excerpt for you. An excerpt from one of the FINSAC victims. And it bothered me so much when I read it, guys, that I felt like sharing it with you. So that's what we're here about tonight. If you're just joining, please hit the like button. Please share the live with somebody and make we have this chat here tonight. Welcome to Jamaica Politics Late Night. All right, so let us see. Moderator, thank you for joining. Miss Joanne, thank you for joining. All our new subscribers. Oh, Sharon, you finally catch it. We're not too late tonight. That's why I say no diet politics if you're orange or you really want to save Jamaica. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you for joining. Yeah, man, long time. We have to get rid of, the veil over our eyes as a collective, where all we see and think about when we see politics is our green and orange. Right now, the Jamaican flag, me I say right now, because certain things just don't make sense. You understand? Yeah, man. So all who just are coming, welcome. The common man doesn't really pay attention to ideology. It's a simple question of who makes my life and constituency better. That it boils down to. DJ Vernon, we're gonna talk about it. We're going to talk about it because what you say is a very interesting statement. But there is no doubt that there are certain aspects of these political parties and what they seem to represent, why people would look at either of them and say that this is the party or this is the movement that is transforming my life and, doing all the things that you said about making your life and your constituency better. So make we look on it. As you can see on the screen, socialism is preferable according to Many scholars and authors, they say that socialism is preferable to capitalism as an economic system that promotes freedom, equality, and prosperity. In Jamaica, and I'm talking specifically about Jamaica now. In Jamaica, we have reggae artists who sing. I think the artist, the Grammy Kid Kabaka, the man who recently got the Grammy one day. Him do a song we say we don't want no capitalists. Remember? And we have heard these discussions in various spaces in Jamaica over time, you know. And let us look at what we have in Jamaica, what we started out with, because we're really a young democracy, in a Jamaica when you really think about it. Would you guys agree with that? Very young in my view. We just got political independence not too long ago. You have people who are alive today still who, were there before, um, you know, political independence and all these things. So, what we have in Jamaica, and actually, it's not just Jamaican people who share this view, right? In the last decade, let me just real quickly say that in the last decade, a striking number of Americans, especially young Americans, Gen Zs, middle-aged people, right? They say that they're more in favor of socialism because it promotes freedom, equality, and prosperity, right? And that is one of the reasons why in the Democratic Party, because Bernie Sanders was so, quote unquote, they say that he was so radical and he was such a radical socialist. And when Bernie Sanders did not get the nomination for the Democratic Party, you see what happened? A lot of people didn't bother voting. A lot of Democrats didn't show up for Hillary, even though she won the popular vote still. But a lot of Democrats just turned their backs and felt that, we're not going to bother because she was not speaking the language of Bernie Sanders at the time, which is what the people wanted to hear. And we had Donald Trump, right? So in Jamaica, we are coming from a capitalist system, right? Every economic system, every single economic system in the world was born and it evolves over time and it passes away on whatever ideology they ascribe to. For example, with capitalism, one of the pillars of capitalism was slavery, right? And that is just one example. And it was here and it flourished and then it died, okay? Because people didn't want to be enslaved and everything that surrounded that conversation. So capitalism began in England, actually, in about the 17th century, spread throughout Europe and spread throughout the world. When we talk about socialism, it takes on different forms, right? And most people would say that they are favorable to socialism because it is the most developed critical tradition in relation to capitalism, right? It has constantly evolved and developed, and it keeps recurring despite criticisms. You're going to have people who criticize socialism and even dismiss it. But it seems that capitalism, where there is capitalism, socialism is a response. Because sometimes these things function and then they get out of control. And then, there is some uprising against it to correct something or fix something. And then it temporarily goes quiet. And then the capitalists them gain control again. And then it's a cycle, right? So in Jamaica, we know where we're coming from. We're coming from the capitalist system of England and, oppression and slavery and all them kind of something there. And then we had a period of time where democratic socialism, that was a thing, right? So with our history now and with our culture and development, that is what really shapes our form of socialism. Socialism is a complex ideology. It can be, as can capitalism at times. Most people view capitalism as, you know, inequality of income and wealth, as opposed to, like I said before, socialism. They view it as freedom, equality, and prosperity. So, like I also said before, when capitalism go too far, people revolt, and then it stopped in its track, and then the capitalists and the people who hold the money back, them come up back again, right? So we're going to look now at these political parties. Let me just keep engaged with you guys to see what you're saying, because I really want to know your input on this discussion here. All right. Dirty Cup, good night. Wait, a 60, only 62 years? And a long time that. And a long time that. Guys, remember to please hit the like button and share. Share the program, because this is very interesting information over here. I know sometimes people come out here say them a talk about politics. All them do, come out here can talk loud and spread false information and cuss. But right here now, we are dealing with quality information over here. So, because you see right now, I'd like to give my ins. I want to hear you. Jamaica Live Online. I want to hear what you guys are. As a matter of fact, let me send the moderator a link, so that anybody want to come up in the box and join this discussion, they can. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. All right, moderator, look out for this link. You can drop in the comment for me, please. So, as we know, guys, one of the reasons why Michael Manley became so popular, now we're focusing, we already talked about the ideologies and how they're viewed, by the world, how these ideologies are viewed in Jamaica and so forth. Michael Manley was a man that was the Bernie Sanders of his time. He was radical, he was fighting against the system in Jamaica that was viewed as a capitalist, oppressive, no room for average people kind of system, right? And so he touted the term democratic socialism, and people were for it. They were on to it. They must say, yeah, man, we need some alternative to Wagwan, because in Jamaica we have a housing problem, we have land problem. The capitalists them come and talk about crown land. Them a come pan them with them plantation style. You have people like Mark Golden Father, who pretended as if they were coming to Jamaica on humanitarian level and in goodwill. And them come get free land to live on. I have people in Jamaica who them and them ancestors suffer generation after generation, and them couldn't get a piece of free land for just live on. So, you understand? So, people got resentful toward that class of people and toward that practice in a Jamaica, right? And so it is debatable, and I'm not going to get into, you know, the whole thing with Michael Manley and his era of radical ideology and attempt to, you know, change the way that things were for average people. Some things he was successful at and some things he was not successful at. And I say I'm not going to get into it because we really don't have time. That is a very lengthy discussion. And it's a good discussion. Maybe one day we'll have that discussion over here. But I don't want to really spend too much time on one topic. So, so that era, that Michael Manley era, phased out. Would you guys agree with that? Socialism and capitalism go hand in hand. In fact, Michael Manley actually said he referred to capitalism. I think he was in his second term when he said that. He referred to capitalism as, moderator, you put the link? Okay, see the link here, Jamaica Live. He called capitalism a necessary evil. I quote. Right? So, after his time, remember, you know, there's a period of time in every country, every society, where certain even the ideologies, even the very ideologies of socialism, they have to evolve because these things don't remain constant because, you know, societies develop, cultures change, things like that. So it has to replenish and come back and respond to the challenge of the time. So with the People's National Party now, after Michael Manley, then you had PJ Patterson, and then you have Bruce Golding on the other side. You had, you know, Portia, Andrew Holness that they know in the JLP. I have Mark Golding at the PNP. Welcome, Jamaica Live Online. Do you want to speak now? Jamaica Live, let me know if you want to talk now. I think you might want to turn on your mic. Your mic looks like it's on. All right, I'll continue until Jamaica Live says something. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so what I find, I don't want to say the word interesting because it's very sad. It's very sad. Where right now you have Andrew Holness as the Prime Minister, Jamaica Labour Party leader, and you have Mark Golding. And it is one come like say, Andrew Holness is the one who has replenished, who has responded to capitalism with socialism or democratic socialism, however I want to term it. Right? While in the PNP, from before Mark Golding came as leader, right? When Mark Golding and Peter Bunting were members of the PNP and they were hoarding all the wealth through the PNP, the average people over there were slamming the party, saying, listen, we are come from democratic socialism. We are come from this movement here. We're supposed to be the movement to change certain things in our society to help us develop along with our society. And when we look on the party now and we look on the direction and the position of the party, if you read right there at the bottom of the article, it says, Comrades slam PNP says party now capitalist and being run by a few well-connected. You understand? So it come like, say now, the system where Michael Manley, or the class that Michael Manley was trying to, overcome, if you will, and kind of give the average people a place in society and a say in society. It is that class that had overtaken the party, overrun the party, control the party. And it is that kind of people that is now in charge of the party by way of buying the party for $10 million. Now, when you look at the Jamaica Labour Party, as I said, this is what Andrew Holness said he's promising at the time when he came in. So he's promising the Jamaican people. I mean, he said this before, in his second term, really. Second term started 2020, but, him go in and him do him speech and him do them something there and him come and repeat and reiterate what he stands for. And he said that he was committed to creating wealth and well-being for all Jamaicans. That was his position. He stated that he uses economic gains to implement people-centered policies that care for and protect the most vulnerable among us. This approach reflects the government's dedication to ensuring equitable sharing of resources and improving the lives of all Jamaicans. Then he asserted that his administration rejects trickle-down economics. Trickle-down economics says he rejected it and prioritizes social activism to ensure that economic growth directly benefits the people. He emphasized that the government will continue to demonstrate a genuine commitment to caring for the poor and working class through tangible policies and initiatives. And we have seen the Prime Minister do some things in keeping with what he said there. For example, with education, removing certain barriers. And when I found out that these barriers existed, I was shocked. I found out a couple of years ago that they still have this policy in Jamaica where you need a guarantor for sign sitting for you can get like education. Them something there wickedness. Good wickedness too. So when that was removed, and it wouldn't matter to me if it was PNP or JLP who removed that barrier, because what them do are old young poor people, old young middle class working people who can't afford education and they have no way of guaranteeing anything. So when that guarantor policy was removed, that was a very good thing. And as you can see, the Prime Minister do some housing thing in our constituency. He's really been going at it with this housing policy, if you will, for people who are working class or indigent, And it's not just in his own constituency. He does it throughout all constituencies. There is also the infrastructure issues. I mean, he's been working in his second term. I cannot tell you that I like Andrew Holness' first term. I didn't like his first term because I feel Andrew Holness put some people around him where they had become a disappointment and make him look real bad, right? So in his second term, I see him doing these things and, it's good for Jamaica, right? Meanwhile, you have Mark Golding, who is the leader of the PNP. And the PNP has been in limbo because of internal warfare for the past, I don't know how many years. Somebody tell us in the comments. How many years the PNP has been in limbo, trying to coalesce around what they stand for and where they stand. And when the dust settles with the tug of war going for the party, is the capitalists them who take over the thing. The ones them who come in and make the money, make the billions through the party. I mean, I know how PNP could have allowed something like that to happen, but to me, it just goes to show you the level of cronyism that was happening in the PNP under PJ government and with Omar Davis. Because that what them do, what Mark Golding and Bunting get away with, to make so much billions of dollars off of the Jamaican people through the PNP. I don't know how the PNP could have made that happen. But them are reap the benefits, you know, and this is what them have, this capitalist. And you know, the sad thing is, and I see this happening, is that the PNP people, some of them, the PNP people, some of them, they're still hanging on to the past. They're still looking at the party from the lens of the era of Michael Manley. They're looking at the party and looking at something that is long diminished, that is long gone. They will not tell you that they have accepted the party as a capitalist run party. They won't tell you that. But some of them, they seem to be hanging on to something that is no longer there. And that's the sad part about it. No, I'm gonna allow Jamaica Live. Jamaica Live, if you want to say something, you're in the room, you're up on the stage here. If you want to talk, you can go ahead and talk now, sir. Or ma'am. The link is in the chat, guys. If anybody wants to come up here and say something, you're welcome to. Good night, Camille. So, in my humble opinion and in my view, right now, it looked to me like, say, Andrew Holness is responding to and has been responding to the call, where development and culture and evolving is concerned. Because we have been fighting in Jamaica the capitalist system that was let off on us, and that we actually, even now, while we are still a colony of Britain, you can call it, so we're still influenced by a capitalist system, you know. Allow me to tell people. And we as a Jamaican people, we have been fighting against that with various movements for decades. Whether it's the Rastafari movement, whether it's at one point in time the PNP movement, right? And in this modern time, you know, Andrew Holness movement fight against, this overwhelming capitalist thing here, in my view. Good night, Jamaica 411. How you doing? So that's kind of what it looks like, you know. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but let me read some of the comments here. I've been listening to you for a while now, and this is the best statement I've heard you utter about the Manleyites. These people don't see a difference in the leader. They are tribalists. I think they see it. I think they see the difference, Erica. But I think you're right that they're tribalists. They're tribalists in that even when somebody comes along that does not share their ideology, because of the orange color, it's a veil over their eyes, because it's not nothing that's hiding. Blunderbuss asked Bunting in 2019 if he ascribed to the policies of democratic socialism, and he said without hesitation, no. He said no. Mark Goling is the same thing, if not even worse, because he is from the belly of the beast. He is from and influenced by the colonial capitalist kind of thing. So there's no difference between them. It's just that Bunting now, he more fool because he will more voice the opinion there publicly and don't care when people like Paul Burke said to him, you are not fit to lead this party. Because according to our constitution, our policies are supposed to be crafted based on this ideology. And if you don't ascribe to this ideology, you cannot want to lead this party. You don't even belong in this party if you don't ascribe to it. But he didn't care. So anyway, them realized that the PNP people, and I say this without apology, when you look at the PNP people, them fool. I shoot me attack. They fool. You see the one them wanna fool, and the one them when you see now follow back at them people, yeah. But them realize that the people them fool. You understand? When you look at the crowd, even in Canada, where they had this so-called town hall meeting, when you look at the people in the crowd, it's people that are like over 60 years old, most of them. And I'm not saying that to disrespect people that are, elderly or up there in age. I am just showing you guys that the PNP has not attracted anybody beyond that generation. People of even my generation. People in their 40s, people in their 30s, their 20s. If you see young people following the PNP right now, it's probably because they don't want to offend their family members. It's probably because they didn't study the politics or they have no care for things like policies and ideology. They just go with what their community does or go with what their family members do. And this is why I am so strong in saying that Jamaica must get rid of these colors. One of these parties must stand for it, because the two of them not going to do it at the same time, but one of the party them must stand up and say, listen, when you come to our rallies or when we are having our meetings, wear your Jamaican colors. Wear Jamaican colors. You understand? We need to do away with that because it's destroying a lot of the people's mentality and keeping them stuck, and them not hear about their future. All them see are just the colors, and that's destructive. If I were a politician or a prime minister, I don't want to dance people support me, I want bright people support me. And me that do everything in my power to make sure say people either get formally or informally educated. Make sure say they know where they might come support me for. And I would be asking people, why are you supporting me? Why are you supporting me? That way I know if my policy or what I'm saying is reaching and getting to the people. Because on a dance hall we are keeping up. I see them make dance hall take over the politics and them something and that no good neither. Dance hall for stay in a dance hall. Dance hall must stay in a dance hall. When them are playing a music and sitting, them take out one song, one conscious song, and them can use that. But this heap of dance hall in our politics and so forth, me not like it. I have never voted for the PNP. Great topic as usual. Thank you, Miss Valerie. The JLP is an organized government. Its cabinet stand firm like soldier. Yes, it's true. It's true, me attack. Most of them is because them fool. Them not question nothing. them na demand, to hear about, what the position of the PNP is. And I mean, I don't know if there's any point in asking, because they haven't been persuasive. Like, no matter what they say, they can't persuade anybody. Because me say, if you look at the type of people who attend their rallies and so forth, you don't see a generational change or evolution over there. You understand? And I pay attention, very close attention, when I see these things. Let me see. That will never happen. You're talking about the colors? Okay. Jamaican problem is a mindset and ignorance over the years. But we love our music, even at the rallies. No, me not say if we ban the music altogether, Miss Erica, may I say the type of music and everything on music, and them blowing these on and drown out with the people, them must say. Them need to change the thing a little bit and make it more serious. Andrew Holness empowering the women, so refreshing. Women most times are good performers. Yes, we see that, and that's good too. My pops was a staunch comrade, and I'm glad that he got me educated. I could not support the PNP, especially now. These political meets have more noise than substance. The rallies are for the base supporters who don't care about policies. Miss Carleen, that is so true. That is true. And you know what? I don't like the fact that when these political players and parties are having their meetings, it's not open to people who are independent. I don't know how them expect to attract people who are not staunch PNP or JLP. Me no see them a make no effort to invite people who are independent. For example, the conference them where them keep. You see, if they tell the people them to tap from where orange just then sitting there come there with Jamaica color. Say more and more people that feel like say them it's safe for them going there. But they not make it welcoming for people who not political. And this is why you find say a lot of people them don't want to involve, they don't feel comfortable because they feel like some cult movement are gone. You understand? Them to open up the thing to people who are independent. Just like how we could have see the Republican them gone at the Democratic conference and them something there. You have to make the thing welcoming for people who don't take your pledge. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I be a nice in the meetings nowadays. Nobody not hear what nobody has say. WhatsApp number not working. You know what? If you want to talk on the program, guys, use the link that's of it tonight and come up in our box. Because if I tell you the truth, me have to go charge a phone there. Me have to go charge a phone. So you can use the link that's in the chat and come up and talk with us if you so choose. I'm going to play a recording. I'm going to move on to the next topic. I'm going to play a recording here. This is a viral voice note that did the rounds in WhatsApp this evening. I want to listen to it and I want to tell me what to think. The voice that you're going to hear is a counselor, a JLP counselor named Kim Brown Lawrence. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to take off my headphone off of the sitting. Good
evening, noble councillors and caretakers of the Jamaica Labour Party. I am Kim Brown Lawrence, the sitting two-term councillor for the Brownstown Division in Northwest Central, a seat that has never been won by the Jamaica Labour Party since 1982. It took 36 years for me to single-handedly and barefooted win this seat. I have never had a walk with a party official here. I have never had a meeting with one here for my election, I should say. No, let me not say that. I've never had a walk with an official here. Right? Kim do it. Broke and everything. And she did it. Right? So happened that 5 years ago, Ruel Reid was sent here as the caretaker. A seat that I applied for. But as they said, I'm not qualified. No problem. They sent someone, I worked with him. It so happened, that was the second letter written by one written after that. Anyway, let's leave that. Not qualified, no problem. I'll work with where I am placed. I'll grow where I am placed, right? 5 years ago, the court started from 2019. Every Wednesday, the council have to find herself a station, signing in a police book over something she don't know about. Reached out to the party, officials in the party, numerous times, seeking help to get a lawyer. None of them reach out to the answer. Reach out to an ex-minister. Take pity upon me and he helped me. Yeah, he helped me with the lawyer 2 times, 5 years ago. 2 times. This is a case that caused me to close business, sell my father dead left van. The retroactive that I receive, I have to use it on lawyer. I have to take time talking, because when I'm angry, then we say things one officer. Use the dead left, the sell the van, we pay a lawyer. 2 van, we pay a lawyer. The business money, pay a lawyer till the lock done. Get to the retroactive, lawyer. Reach out back to him. An official, nothing, no help, not even a reply. Data sick, reach out, nothing. General, I come up back. I mean, no, I know that I am the head cornerstone in an representant constituency. Yes, I'm aware. Because you need the seat to carry it in. If you work under the whole of them, I pressure you. And plus the signals come out again. I mean, no, me party, when me now left, now go back in. Yeah, man, never run up and down here.
So, Kim Brown Lawrence has not come out and said it's not her. And that is why I played it over here. I got this voice note from about 24 hours ago. And I did not upload it on here or share it with anybody. Because I was waiting for the counselor to come put out a statement. If you say, that's not me, that's not me. I didn't say that, but she has not. And therefore, as of right now, I feel comfortable sharing it here. I know that you are going to have people, and this is why I don't like tribalism, and this is why I'm going to invite tribalism over here. You have people who are come say is not she, but them don't have no proof saying not she, no. Because if you are come say not she, then you got to bring me the statement from her with her denying it. If you have that statement, please say something in the comment or come up in the box here and come talk it. Right? For those of you who don't know, she was implicated in the allegations with Ruel Reid, where the corruption and with the whole education ministry and CMU and them something there. You understand? So that is her frustration. So she said she get help still enough. She said she get help already from our MP. So me not really understand, because if she get help already, these legal proceedings can drag on for years. And every time that you go to court, or every time that there's a response from your legal team, you gotta pay. You understand? So I guess her frustration is understandable. If she says she get help already, I don't know why she would have put this vice note and them something there. I know that we live in a time now where people can tell all sort of lies and distort your voice and everything. But like I said, the way I vlog, I don't just make case and do things. I make sure say what I bring you, the content I bring you is proper and credible. You understand? And as I said, I did not hear a statement from her in the media. And as a counselor, she could easily put out a statement to any one of the media houses to say that thing that gone viral in WhatsApp is not me. And just before I came on the program, I looked over the Gleaner, over Observer, over Blunderboss them. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. So anybody in the chat who feel like say it don't real or feel like say AI, what you need to do is reach out to her and ask her about it. Don't just come here, come try to dismiss what I am putting up here without you doing your homework. Go and do your homework, talk to her. I think she's easily accessible because I think she's on Facebook. And if you are a laborer, maybe you're in some private WhatsApp group with her or somebody can contact her. So go and ask her if it's her, because I'm sure I did my homework as a vlogger and made sure that I didn't come out here complaining when she said, I know she. Okay? All right. So I hope that whatever her frustration is. Hold on. Just a second. Yeah, guys, sorry about that. That was somebody calling to ask me if I'm live. So whatever her frustration is, me don't know if she involved in this sitting, she said she don't know about it, But still she was charged and all them kind of something there. So I don't know. But no, Miss Erica, now you alone, Me read every comment over here, Me see what everybody saying I comment. Everybody misses, so me not really pick on you. I am saying to everybody who would want to try to dispute whether the voice is authentic or the voice note is authentic. It was about 4 minutes and 15 seconds. The people who wants to challenge that, they have to come with some proof to disprove it. You can't just come and say AI or whatever. You have to come with something credible. Remember, so we run over this platform here, so this is not a labor right platform, and it's not a PNP platform. All right, so on to the next topic. The man what name Trevor Monroe, Professor Trevor Monroe. I wonder if anybody over here could have sent a message or give me some Monroe for me. I never forgot the day in 2013. 2013, let me see. Yeah, 2013. I never know too much about YouTube them time there. But one day I was at home with my little girl. And somebody sent me one link on my phone. Say figure what. I think I did my brother. Some family member send me one link and say, oh my God, go watch this on YouTube. And when I click on the video, it was a link with Trevor Monroe. Professor Trevor Monroe. And when I watched that video, I was both happy and sad at the same time. I said, finally, with this new social media age and this new information age, finally, somebody in a Jamaica is now starting this conversation, opening up this conversation, addressing the matter of corruption in the country. I say, thank you, Jesus. I said, thank you, Lord. This is a God sent. A long time we are waiting upon this. Because everybody used to afraid. Everybody used to afraid for talk about corruption. Nobody not talk about corruption because they don't want nobody sue them. They don't want nobody kill them. Nobody never talk about corruption. And I said, no man, this a man is brave, but it's a good look. Me like it. You know? So the question me have, not the question. I shouldn't say a question. The comment when me have for Trevor Monroe, I want Trevor Monroe to do. Since I him me know as the face of the anti-corruption movement in Jamaica. I have been following the NIA from that first day I got that video, where the citizens of the country were interviewed, where Muta Baruka were interviewed. Everybody with name in the country were interviewed to give their opinion on how them feel about corruption and them thing there. And most of the people them say, yes, enough corruption there. And people talk about why it's not a topic of discussion or we don't comfortably have this discussion. Now, Trevor Monroe, to see where the Integrity Commission, not the Integrity Commission, sorry, to see where the NIA is today. Because some people say you're PNP and PNP and this and that. But you see, from the day I do the work, I don't really mind, you know. If you're PNP or JLP from you're a citizen of Jamaica and you come and you do the right work and I do the good work. And you know, come and come show your orange or your green draws, me not have no problem. But Mr. Monroe, I want to say this to you. You see, one time, I don't know who appoint this a person here, but you need to tell them to resign that woman here and put somebody there who can carry out the work unbiased and don't go hide when issues are there against people who are aligned to Peter Bunting and who they used to work for. Mr. Monroe, you never come start the thing and tell nobody say you're biased. And I don't believe, to be honest with you, I cannot sit here and say I believe that you acted biased when you were in the role as head of the NIA. Me never see that in you. Maybe other people see it, but me never see it. As a matter of fact, if some people never say, boy, PNP and PNP, I would even remember. But I think you did your job to the best of your ability. But right here now, with the NIA, it gone down to pot water. The NIA Jamaica gone down to pot water, Mr. Monroe. So may I ask you now, if you come and make sure, say, there is credibility in the NIA again. Because when them here people come speak and we look at the facts, say, they used to work for Bunting and we know the quality or lack thereof person that Bunting is. We're not comfortable seeing them people attack for NIA. And the truth, me I tell you. We're not comfortable with it. Mr. Monroe, I can say a lot more, you know. I can say a lot more. Because some of these people over NIA, they might give bloggers information to go to social media to talk against the government. Yes. And the truth, me I tell you, Mr. Monroe, them give bloggers talking points and information. Them used to in a media house and work on that style. Them all get recorded, you know, Mr. Monroe. Me have their file, you know. Them all get recorded and talk certain things, you know, Mr. Monroe. So, Mr. Monroe, may I ask if you come out of retirement, Mr. Professor Monroe, come out of retirement and come address this before it blow up. Because it can easily blow up, you know. And people get to see the real and true character of these people come oppose like them a moral police, you know. Yes, Mr. Monroe, then come out a tech side. Sit down with blogger, a plot up against the government, and I give them information for go to social media to talk. You understand? So over there want sweep out And if we want the Jamaican people to look upon the NIA as a credible organization and the moral police of the country who are carrying out them job the proper way, please, I beg you, sir, come out and do some shaking up over NIA. Because if we not, yes, we the citizens of Jamaica and the true patriot of Jamaica, if we not see no shaking up, we'll come out here and lego the recording, and show the Jamaican people them. We not gonna send it gonna media house, and hide, Cause we brawling over here, so So we not gonna send it gonna media house and screech and them something. We'll come out here and play the recording and show Jamaica the heart and soul of them people. You understand? All right. Now, me gonna read one something, guys. Next topic, me gonna read one something. Where Miss Valerie Dixon. You're looking at Miss Valerie Dixon on your screen. Miss Valerie Dixon is one of the victims of FINSAC. And you know what I don't understand about this whole FINSAC debacle? We have only seen 2 women who come out and campaign like hell against the people who committed FINSAC. Me not understand in a earth here how some man so weak. Eh? Say, and none of the Maroons it have to free the people, because it look no disrespect to men, but me have to wonder to myself, say, when time some of the most important fights supposed to take place, are always woman a lead out on the fight them. What is up with that? Somebody explain it to me. Because a whole heap of men, husbands, go down in a FINSAC too. And you mean to tell me say none of them couldn't have the mind for do what them woman here do? Go write book and keep the conversation going and keep the spotlight on them people here. Anyway, you're looking at Miss Valerie Dixon. She's the author of the book, Too Black to Succeed. She has told her story many a times. She is on my social media page, and sometimes she still continue to talk about, how she suffered and share her understanding of FINSAC and how it affected everybody. Hold on, let me find her. I just want you to hear maybe a paragraph or so of what she said recently. She has been looking at the FINSAC papers that come out, and she has never stopped. She has never stopped talking about it, and I think she has a different view of her country and the political system and how it all affected her. So here goes. She says the FINSAC and the Texas connection, Financial Sector Adjustment Company, FINSAC and the Texas connection. As you guys know, some foreign people, it come in Jamaica and start take with the people them things and one heap of something. She said credit must be given where credit is due. Under the administration of the most honorable Prime Minister, P.J. Patterson, and then Finance Minister, Honorable Dr. Omar Davis, successfully used propaganda to convince the mainly better educated Jamaicans to believe that 44,000 entrepreneurs were greedy and did not want to repay and service the loans they received from the mainly local and indigenous banks and insurance companies. This, he told them, was the main reason why these 44,000 mainly black, medium, small, and micro entrepreneurs, and who were the main risk takers and creators of employment in the Jamaican economy, failed. He even went as far as to label them as bad debtors. The better educated Jamaicans, for the most part, fell for this, erroneous lie and swallowed it, hook, line, and sinker. In recapping, the minister on a radio program told the Jamaican citizens that there was no point in releasing the FINSAC report. She wrote this 2 days ago, guys. The reason he gave was, what is the point of having a report that is not based on facts? End of quote. Is the then minister implying that even his own testimony was not based on facts, or was he privy to the full details of what the report would contain that caused him to make such a statement? Miss Dixon was a teacher, educator from Mandeville, and her husband was a businessman, just for background. Based on information gathered by the president of FINSAC, Mistress Yola Baker, we now continue to ask the questions that the FINSAC report, if it exists, must address. Isn't it a fact that a group of Jamaican investors offered to purchase the FINSAC portfolios for US dollars 22 million with a deposit made of $1 million? Is it a fact that the deposit was returned to the entity, thus refusing their offer, and subsequently the portfolios with a value of approximately 393 million US dollars were sold to Beale Bank, a Texas collection agency, for 23 million US dollars, or 5 cents in the Jamaican dollar, on the outstanding principal balances only as of November 1st, 2001. Jesus, Father, man. I don't know if I should even read no further, you know. Because them has something about me. You know, some could be a journalist because some sitting where you have to read, and some sitting where you have to investigate, and some wickedness go on earth. I couldn't do it, you know. We don't want to hear more, guys. Because I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. She said that the minister at the time successfully used propaganda to make the victims, the 44,000 entrepreneurs and all these businesses that went down, they successfully used propaganda to give the Jamaican people the impression that they were bad borrowers. That's a sin, you know. I mean, that is beyond a sin. Because they are the government, and when they speak, people hear them. And more often, people are going to give them the benefit of the doubt, thinking that what they're saying is true. So when you know as just one needle in a haystack, just one individual out of so many, nobody's going to really hear you when you speak. You know, they're speaking from podiums every day. This is why wickedness can't done, you know, man. Me I tell you the truth. Wickedness can't done, man. Ah, boy. Dirty Cup, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people are like this. Yes, it's sufferation. Me not like suffering. You understand? Me are the type of person where if me find out say me have a terminal illness, me will ask to be euthanized because me not going to go through no suffering, and me not go put my family them through watching me suffer. That's how me look on life. Me not like the suffering. And that's why when it come on to wickedness and wicked people, me not have no lot and part with them. Them something are dangerous, man. Them people here, what them do? Dangerous. So it goes back now to what we started out saying here initially. When we first started talking about the ideologies, the ideologies and things like that. Because a lot of times people who are capitalists, them say a capital over everything. Capital over people and people's well-being and people's lives. And so they look on life, most of them. Yes, man. And let me just say this. Me and one of my friend both agree, say, Mark Golding did not give Omar Davis advice. Yes, I think Mark Golding did give Omar Davis advice. And me look on it and say, what could have caused Omar Davis to do a thing when him do, where him give a man like Mark Golding the safest PNP seat in Jamaica? That to me is a reward, is a reward for something. So when me do the maths now, I look on the whole scenario. What I would say is that Omar Davis was giving Mark Golding a reward for something that Mark Golding did for him. And I think it's that whole FINSAC thing and how he guided Omar Davis through it. Omar Davis felt like him owe him. So him just repay him back and award him or reward him with the safest PNP seat in Jamaica. Because remember, him done bring the man to Portia already, For Portia put him in the Senate, And that wasn't enough. He made have to give him something more, which is put him in the parliament. Forever and ever, amen. Because in a Arnett garden, them the people around this don't want to call them fool. Because my family member will come from out there brilliant. They no more though. But it was a reward for something big. Being a senator just wasn't enough. With all those people in Jamaica who could have represented that constituency better than Mark Golding, right? People who understood the constituents, understood the plight of the people and how to address certain things. You have so many capable people who could have taken on the role of member of parliament when Omar left. But they put a total misfit and a capitalist in there. And it makes no sense to a lot of people. But it makes sense to me, because I'm not stupid. The role that Mark Golding played in FINSAC, it benefited him and it benefited Omar, and Omar had to reward him. A big work him do. Big work him do, and the work was not to benefit the people. The work was to benefit them and them friends and line them pocket and them thing there. So him get him reward. Here, you can have my seat. What a wicked act, man. Oh yes, of course. Yeah, man, dirty cup for sure. A lot of them come from around here. Jungle. Yes, man. But things have changed dramatically. You know? Things have changed. Sadly. Wickedness where Jamaicans play a blind eye and we suffer and them bare face. Them want to come the more. No, and that's why God will expose them. Any other seat in Jamaica, Mark Golding would lose. Yeah, man, I want to tell us that too. If Mark Golding is supposed to fight for that seat, they like how people would traditionally, he would have lost. He would have lost the seat, but he had the influence and the backing of the outgoing member of parliament, and that's not supposed to happen, right? So when you have the outgoing member of parliament who basically bring you in, introduce you to the people, have you in there before him even retire, so you can familiarize yourself with the constituency. How you gonna lose? How is that a fair fight and a fair race? Colin Wemname, they were going there to go contest, so-called contest to see a waste of time. It was all a setup against it wasn't a democratic process. And that's one of the things that a lot of capitalists don't believe in and them don't like is democracy. They don't like democratic processes because it takes away their power. It takes away their power. It's the same way that for the first time in the history of internal politics, Mark Golding and Peter Bunting come in with 15 million and $10 million. So them a give the PNP workers them basically by vote. Them something never ever happened in our politics before. No internal politics. You see people come with money. I give people. You know, see what them a do Elon Musk up a sitting there. Them a sue Elon Musk right now because him do raffle, him do $1 million raffle. And tell the people them say anybody can vote for Trump, then can put their name in a raffle and win $1 million. And I must have too smart win for sure. But when you put them things there in a politics, you deprive and deny people of their democratic right to exercise their vote. Free and fair. Those are the two words that are used. Free and fair elections. And capitalists, some of them, they do not like democracy. So they will come in and insert their money to influence and shift the power to themselves. These are some very corrupt people. Mark Golding is very corrupt. I hear him talking to the people in Canada talking about clean hands and pure heart. Where? Where? Eh? You mean to tell me say I saw Jamaica people them fool? Them could have see a man come insert $10 million in a one election, one internal election. Him and him friend come put in 10 and $15 million. And I go come talk about clean and pure heart. Which part? Eh? We not even clean like Andrew Dirty Slippers. We do not talk about clean and pure heart. Do not talk like Uno clean and pure and Andrew is not. Andrew Holness none of them sitting there. When Andrew Holness run against Adley Shaw, me never see Andrew take up 10 and 15 million at show in an election for persuade the people them to vote for him. Uno too corrupt, man. And nothing I hate more than when a person go in a person's country and I corrupt the people them. You have to say Mark Golding come in our country. Yes, kind parents them come in our country because two of them born in England. Then come in our country and bring him come in our country. Can do things what we don't do. Him come with an alien style of politics come in our country. And this is why you see the foundation of our political institution is so slanted. It's not like it used to be before. I mean, we overcame and we outlived, we outgrew the 1980s. And so right now we have another alien style. We have another alien in our politics, you know. And that alien He's gonna stay there until them son him. Because you see poor people. I say, hey, me detest poverty, you know. Me not like poverty no time at all. Because sometimes people poor and destitute, some of them will sell their soul and sell all them picnic. Me not like poverty. And when them put a man like Mark Golden among so many poor people in South St. Andrew, he can do just about anything. The amount of blood we are shed around there and how, you know, the people's lives are. And you never see Mark Golding step into a role of human compassion. You know, it's a sad situation. Me show how much money they make, how much billions they make off of the government, PNP government and the politics. And you that think say, all right, in the goodness of their heart, they may that come and say, make them put 1 million then, or a couple million then, in the constituency and say, make them phase out certain thing, remove the zinc fence them already. Because when you have them dirty stinking money there, where they make off of the PNP and so, you not have to wait for government to do something for the people then. I saw you want greedy. Could I spend back our money, man? I help some people. But they don't do that. So what does the Andrew do they know? Would they look at house them and I do some reform for elevate the people them in the country, the young people them also. Free education and them. You think some are going to do that sitting there? First of all, Bunting don't come talk, say him not in a nothing with democratic socialism. And on a hear saying talk up on radio. Are you a genius? Same set go on at Garden was a reward. Furthermore, he acknowledged being advisor to Omar. Yeah, man, then you know can look on the whole situation and say, no, that's all the puzzle pieces are out there. You know? We don't see the amount of money where they make already. We don't hear him talk or him coming at the politics, him say Omar carry me in. We don't know say him and Omar was financial bedfellows. Right? So Omar bring him in because Omar feel like say boy him do something good. And that good had to do with money. And him came to Portia and said, Portia, Ray, put him in the Senate. And that wasn't enough. They give him a seat too. And you come around Jamaica. I would be surprised if Omar tell him that long time too, you know. I wouldn't surprise, but I'm telling you something, people. See that man they wanna look on this on your Mark Golden. That one dangerous. Let me tell you a secret. And someone that will cost me for this. I used to talk to this guy a while back. And one day he said to me, say, I hope him know over listening, you know. But anyway, one day he said to me, say, him don't like the man there, Mark Golden. And I say, me get so offended. Come like more customer. Me I say, oh you just a jump up at a bus saying I like people. When do you? And him say him not like how him deal with people and he's not a man that go into too much detail, you understand? But him just a tell me say him personality and him behavior how him interact with people. It's not nice. I'm a damn near malice the man, you know. Because me never see that yet, so me just did feel like say he was being judgmental for no reason. You understand? Now, when me see the leak in 2020, when me see the leak and see the wickedness and see the heart and soul of Mark Golding, to this day, you know, so me don't call the man and tell the man sorry. To me shame. I don't call the man and say, you know, so we that talk a true, me sorry. No, sir. Me too shame. Me must go here over here, so. But me I tell you, say people, when the man tell me, I reflect, when me I read through the something them I say, oh Mark Golden wicked. Oh Mark Golden I tell Bunting them say. Anyhow, him a go like him a gunman, you know. Anyhow, him not give we no cabinet position that after they lose the challenge. Him tell Bunting say, go open up a WhatsApp group chat and put Peter Phillips in there. And when you put him in there, tell him say, anyhow him not give we no cabinet, a shadow cabinet position, we not support him, we not support the party. Remember, I lose, they lose, you know. And when you lose, I think everybody have to resign and then you give the leader the room now to reorganize. You understand? So it's up to the leader. The leader gets to decide who he brings into his shadow cabinet. And Mark Golding behave like a gunman. That's all Angela Brownberg said. No, Mark Golding, you can't do that. You're only going to make things worse. And when it's somebody like Angela, I correct him, and I do them sitting there, you know, say it bad. Right? And Bunting know better, you know, because I know say no suffering people them grow him, you know. I follow him, you know. Because when me I say Bunting are wicked, you know, that time they when me see the heart and soul are golden. Me I say about Jesus Christ, then it look like say. Me not say Bunting are wicked, you know, Bunting wicked, you know, but Mark Golden are the bigger wicked. You understand, people? But you know them kind of friend they wear. Then show out the other friend for do the wickedness, make everybody see the other friend, but at them really they behind the scene. I plot up the wickedness them as some Mark Golden stay. You understand what I say? Yeah, man, the man did tell the truth. The man did tell the truth. Jamaica for one. Jamaica for one wanna laugh off of me. Me say I know me not tell the man say me sorry. Oh God. When me I read the WhatsApp leak and me I said, Jesus Christ, then I show the man that talk look there. But Peter got what he did to Portia in a different way. No, what Peter do to Portia? If you challenge somebody is not a crime, you know, what your name? It's not a crime if you challenge somebody. And especially after they lose an election, it's not there. Andrew Holness challenge something there. So I don't know crime if you challenge somebody. It's what you do after you lose. Like how Donald Trump lose the election, 81 million people fire him. And what him do? Him go carry on a rally up at the US Capitol and make the people go kill off people up there. And that's how the problem start. You don't do that. You lose, you concede. You concede and you be an adult about it. You win some, you lose some, as so life go. That may be true, Colleen. Maybe Peter Phillips was nasty about it. But you know what me get to realize, in the PNP, them have a precedent of bringing down them leader. At first, me ever see this. You can guarantee say any leader will come out, them are gonna get carried on and bring down. That's been the case in the PNP from when talking I come in cause some I don't know too. You see, let me tell you how I stay. Me's a team player. And I learned to be a team player from a very young age. From school days. I used to run track at Jamaica, you know. So I've always been a part of a team coming up in a school, you know. from track and field, try out netball a little time, but never really love netball still. I was a runner, fast. And so we learn the fundamentals of being on a team. If you're not the team leader, it's okay. You are there to play a supporting role, and you play your supporting role to the best of your ability. It's just like a relay. You have one role to play on the relay team, and that's to make sure, say, when you get the baton, you bring it around as fast as you can, and you pass it off. And at the end of the day, when the person anchoring the race crosses the finish line, enough for them victory alone, and everybody victory upon the team. Likewise, when I went into the workforce, you get to understand that it takes a team of people in my line of work. It takes a team of people to make sure that, your work is done. So the situation with the PNP now, what me get to realize, them have a problem following a leader. What can go so? Them have a problem following a leader. Somebody has to be the leader. Somebody has to be the leader. And when a leader is there, you support the leader. Me not talk about my goal. My goal not a leader. My goal just want to look at the man, So me not talk about my goal. And my goal in the people them, if the people them I bring down my goal in, me not sorry for him. Him a one leader who me not sorry for, because I see him wickedness already. I know him is a wicked, him little bit and wicked himself. Him and Bunting, the two of them forget carry down, go straight down a hell. So me not chat about them. And them are part of the destruction, because Bunting first did say, they tell Portia say I'm going to challenge her. I am first talk it. And when the people them running with him say him nah but challenge her the September. Right? So the thing with the PNP now, the people them, if you have a leader and a leader, let us say that you have a leader and a leader now perform up to par, right? Your job as a team player is to help your leader. And if you house your leader until the leader say, come out there, come out there, come out there. No, man. You ask the leader, what can I do as a part of this team? What can I do to help, make the team work better, make the team improve? But not them. Then go behind the leader back and then plot up off a tabby leader and I'm back. And then plot up off a take down the leader. Jesus have mercy, God have mercy. I never see something so destructive in my life. Something can go so people. If you have a leader and the leader now perform good, or the leader need look for help to perform better, help the damn leader. You help the leader, you call a meeting, you say, leader, say this will go on here, so me not really think of that way that for going on. And any leader would appreciate people come to them in a private to point out certain things and I try to help them fix it. Only a stupid person would have turned their nose up at that. So, them are people here, them have a pattern. Yeah, man, crab in a barrel. Crab in a barrel, Gregory. Crab in a barrel. Me not like backstabber, Me not do that something there at all. From me find out that people are backstabber. Me not want a friend from them. Me not want a family from them. Me not want a love from them. Me not want not all from them. I run gone. Because nobody is not going to stab me in my back. You're crazy. You're mad. And therefore, nobody don't trust nobody in the PNP. Nobody don't trust them. Wickedness increase over there. So here, anyway, to the argument of these different ideology, I hope it made sense to you guys, the best way to put it, and as I've said, is that capitalism, when capitalism goes wrong, or when they overdo it, socialism comes in and fixes the problem. I think we can all agree on that, right? But you see, if socialism don't come in the right way and carried out by the right people, it not going to work. You understand? And the socialism of 25 years ago is not the socialism of today, because societies and cultures change, and things like that. Development, different needs and different challenges come about as time goes by. The people them were there here in the box. Johnson, Jason, and Jamaica Life. We don't want to say something. Good night.
How are you doing?
Jason, welcome. Good night, Jason and Jamaica Live. We don't want to say something?
Yeah, man. I just want to say something.
Yes, welcome.
Yeah, I have a few things that I want to say, and I would like your opinion on it as well.
Yes.
Um, First thing with there's a thing there with Mark Golin went to
Yeah.
Canada the other day. I think he's still in Canada at the moment. I think
Mm-hmm.
today's Saturday. He's gonna come home, come back to Jamaica, go back to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
The point that I want to make is that um he got on a town hall meeting, right?
Yeah.
And as a opposition leader, you want to hear the views of the people, and then you set the record straight and let the people know what you're going to do to become prime minister,
Uh,
if if that happens. Okay. Um, I listen out the whole thing,
mm-hmm.
and to be honest with you, I don't get anything out of that meeting that he has spoke about.
Tell the
Um,
people them Wemsey. Wemsey.
Basically, he's talking about the statutory declaration of the prime minister.
Whoa, sir. Sorry.
He's really talking about the IC report and
Oh.
how stealing of money and all of these things. And you
Wait,
can hear the
wait, yeah,
people them
wait, yeah, wait,
chanting
yeah.
and
Wait, yeah. Wemsey, the Prime Minister thief money?
yeah, because money that he basically saying money that you can't verify, right? It's actually you steal it. And that's the reason why the IC is recommend other agency to higher bodies for them to do more investigation. And because he know that he's in the wrong, that is the reason why he don't want to cooperate with the IC.
Then hold on there,
And
sir. Sir, you know
mhm,
about any money where the Prime Minister can't account for?
no, no,
Oh, okay.
because I have read the report myself, and
Yeah.
um, I am not a well I call it say bright in mathematics, but I can do basic,
Yes.
right? And I can put two twos together, and I just don't listen. Well, I listen to your program and I get insight, especially
Mm-hmm.
411. She
Mm-hmm.
has she has break it down real good, so
Mm-hmm.
we can really have an understanding of the whole thing. Then, just to say,
Mm-hmm.
but I understand the report basically, right? But in
Mm-hmm.
it, I don't see anything concrete to say, okay, then this is what they can hold the prime minister accountable for. I don't see it.
Oh,
And based on that, I think the report itself is premature.
finish it.
No, I think it premature, and
Mm.
I think that the report should not have sent to parliament for tabling. I think they should do if they think in their minds that the report is not yet completed, they should I think they should inform the public and ask the public to give them a little more time because the report is incompleted. But you bring in a report like this that is all over the place is it left us to question the integrity of the report itself.
So we ask them should I
So
wait until since them say them not have no data for prove illicit enrichment. You think say them should I make feed? You think say them should I make feed do for them part as they're recommending?
exactly
And
because
then when feed don't know.
yeah, then they can able to table the report, right?
Yeah, and then
But
to you know like to see what the foreign people them investigate saying.
yes, that is where I was going to touch now, right? I was going to ask why is it that you hire a overseas body to come and investigate the prime minister, and at the same time you table a report, but that particular report is not in the report itself.
Yeah,
So
it
why
doesn't
is
make
it that
any sense.
you don't table the report with that overseas report as well? And I
I'm
think this is
wondering,
the
do
question.
do you know what investigative agency overseas they used? Did they say?
No,
Oh,
no, they didn't say.
okay.
So I think that is a secret between the IC members because they didn't call which name or say which name person come and do investigation. So I strongly believe that we as Jamaicans,
Mm,
we should read more
mm-hmm,
and not just take what people say, do your own investigation.
mm-hmm.
And when you do your own investigation, you can be able to understand everything properly and can able to share whatever information that you have gathered to person that is putting out in the public misinformation, disinformation. Because these are some of the things that is really killing us as a nation.
Yes.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't read.
So how you
Um,
feel about clearly you said that you listened to and watched the town hall meeting that Golden held
I
over in
was I was uncomfortable to be honest with you. I didn't really finish it, but I watched most of it, but I didn't really finish it because he wasn't talking anything sensible, to be honest with you.
he just went
Because
there to report to the people say Andrew Holness was under
yes,
investigation.
basically,
So him never tell the people them like when would I do as prime minister or the people them never ask him where you are gonna do and them sitting there.
no, them not really ask him any question like those though. You understand? It's like the people must say, "Oh, you're gonna win," and all of these things. You know the things that
Is a
and
room of PMP? Is a PMP gathering?
yes. Well, when I look at the video, when the guy spin the camera around and I see in the audience, it's basically it's like a PMP turnout.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's not like a town hall meeting where you have independent, like probably you have JLP, PMP,
Like
independent
the
and
something where
no.
they keep at Jamaica, the biannual diaspora
Yes.
thing there where they keep at Jamaica.
Yes, if I should compare
Yeah,
Mr. Holness town hall meeting that he keep in the state, you
yeah.
understand? I can differentiate because when the camera turned in that um crowd,
Mm.
I couldn't identify anybody as PNP or JLP.
And that's a good thing, right?
You understand? But
Mm.
like if person come to the camera and start to speak, they will say, "Oh, I'm affiliated with this party. I affiliated with that party," and that is the
Okay.
only way you could be able to identify a person and say, "Okay, that is a PNP or that is a GLP." But you
Okay.
couldn't look in the crowd and pick out one and say, "This is a PNP or this is a GLP." I didn't see that in Mr. Holness town hall meeting.
But
So
when
I think, mhm.
continue.
So I think um my that is my personal view. I
Mm,
think if he going to keep another town hall meeting, he
mm,
should, let them know if you're coming, probably just modest. In other words, not put on your party clothes. You understand?
mm-hmm.
Come like you want to come and have a conversation because that is what I'm coming there for. And to be honest, I didn't get that from him.
Well, it was kind of confusing when you look at the backdrop of the people that organize it. It looked like the people them put up the Jamaican flag. You see that? The
Yes,
Jamaican flag was the backdrop for him. But
yes.
it looked like say the people them who organize the people to attend are mostly some PNP affiliated people over Canada. You understand?
And I kind of assume is who, because this is I think one of the blogger he always I think one of the time I did go over on his social media
Mm.
we're listening him. I don't remember
Oh,
his name, but
okay.
he's one of the person that record it as well, and
Okay.
he wasn't have anything good to talk about the prime minister. He
Well,
never have anything.
normally when we over in the diaspora listen to and attend, meetings from politicians in Jamaica, we normally look to that politician to hear and also to ask questions about the development of the country and direction of the
Yes.
country. We don't
Yeah.
usually look to those persons to hear them come and call up people name and complain about their political opponents. You know
Yes.
what I'm
True.
saying? That's not what we do traditionally over here. So the
Hmm.
fact that he even mentioned Andrew Holness' name in that room shows that he is a novice. He's a political novice.
Yes.
He does not understand that aside from the PNP people them that were there, the couple handful, because that wasn't really a big venue based on the little bit I saw. There are people who just want to hear about the direction, the status of development and so forth. And you hear, let me tell you something. If you want to hear all the diaspora want to engage with our Jamaican politicians, go back and watch the biannual diaspora meeting that was held this year. You
Yeah,
will hear the
I watched that.
questions
The one
those
that in
people ask.
Montego is the one in Montego Bay talking.
Yes, it kept in Montego Bay.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I watch it. I watch it.
Yes. I love it. And I think I may go to the next one. I liked it.
Yeah, yeah.
So there there is room for everybody. People
Hmm.
don't come there in colors like you said, and people genuinely want to know, what is happening. And if you notice at that event, there were politicians there from both sides, and none of them dared to play politics in there with the people them. You understand? So Mark Golding look like him do a bag of settings over Canada. And I don't know. We in America not gonna do that. I don't know about Canada, but the Jamaicans them over here in Canada. You see them line up people for go protest against Jamaica, Washington, and nobody don't pay them no mind.
Yeah,
Mr. Vegas drown them out.
yeah.
Mr. Vegas and Imhotep drown them out and then call Mr. Vegas pedophile and all kind of something. I you see what
Yeah,
happened?
I watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, them turn down upon one another and accuse one another of thief in a murder. So me not really feel like say them have any leg to stand on in America against Jamaica. It's just not
Hmm.
sticking. So if them want to have a conversation with the people, yeah, I agree with you. Talk about the issues, talk about the development and them something there. But when you come over here, I come inform, I come play this informer role, and I
Hmm.
come
Hmm.
I come badmouth people. That's crazy. Like nobody does that
Yeah,
on
yeah.
foreign soil, you know. But
But so That's the thing, and it's all come down back down to politics, and the politics in the 70s, 80s, and 90s is not the politics of today, and that is what some leaders that in I position don't realize. You
Mm,
understand? This generation, right,
mm,
is a different type of generation. You understand?
mm-hmm.
Because I will, all right, for me, I will tell my mommy that
You gone? Look like you got cut off. Somebody want to answer Mr. Bacchus here. Golding being a political novice is attracting people. I don't underestimate that. I completely disagree with that, Mr. Bacchus. Sorry. But let me tell you something. When Golding start talking, everybody leave the room. I've seen it in his constituency. He doesn't speak to persuade people. People are attracted to how you look, how you sound, what you know. You know me I say? I must have come right for true because I'm foolish. It's not Mr. Bacchus not ramp with me now. your orange, your orange brief for sure now. What kind of people might attract? Tappy man. Just on.
yes, I'm here.
What happened to you just now? You went out for like a whole minute.
No, I was talking,
Oh, I didn't
I
hear
don't
you.
know. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So
What you think about what
yes,
Ricardo say? So Ricardo said Golden being a political novice is attracting people. Don't underestimate that. You want to respond to him?
calling belong to a political novice or attracting
No,
people.
he said Golding being a political novice is attracting people. You agree with that or you disagree?
Well, I don't even know to answer that question, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I don't even know to answer that question.
Ah, Jesus. All right. Is there anything else you want to say to us?
Yes. So that out of the way. To be honest with you, I can see a lot of development that is taking place in Jamaica. Um, I can see a lot of improvement when it comes on to infrastructures and stuff like that.
Mm,
And I think for the JLP parties or the JLP members, they're not feeding the media with information of the things that they are doing in the society. As I tell you before, people don't read, right?
mm-hmm,
And people don't really listen to things. The only time certain things catch people attention is like when political meeting come up and people start to talk about this, people start to talk about that, and it being a surprise to them, right?
mm-hmm,
And some of them that say, "Oh, I didn't even know say this would have take place or that would have take place." So I think they need to come out more and
mm-hmm,
speak about the things that they are doing,
mm-hmm.
and be more proactive with the um people in Jamaica at large,
So
and
you
people will gravitate to them in that way.
so you are a liberator or a PNP or
None of
independent?
not, none of the above. I never vote for neither
Yeah,
JLP nor
independent?
PNP. Yeah, I
Okay.
never vote. I never voted.
So you have vote next year?
I plan to. I plan to. And
You
that
want
is
to,
the reason. That is the reason why I've been following all of these people. You understand?
Oh.
Trying to listen in and see what ideas and what views that they have.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So I can able to, put in my input. But well, I don't really see any coming from Mark Golding, to be honest with you. So
You sound like a Gen Z. How old are you?
me, I'm 34
Okay. Are you going to
yeah,
vote for the first time next year?
for the first time.
Okay. So how is life for you as a Jamaican? You're in Jamaica, right?
No, I'm in a small island now.
Oh, you're in a small
Um,
island.
yeah.
Okay. So when you talk to your family, them at Jamaica, what they must say? How life?
No, I'm not in the small island for long, so I just come here and
Oh, you're
visit. So
visiting.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So your home is Jamaica.
yeah. My home is Jamaica.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining the program. Thank you for speaking to us.
Yeah, and you're doing a good work.
Thank you.
I listen to you all the time, and the thing about it, you're not biased when it come on to the truth.
Mm,
You understand? You say it as how it is, and if people can be like that, and you
mm.
have more people like that, I think the world will be a better place. You
Thank you so
understand?
much. Mm-hmm.
So continue to do what is good and what is right, and don't let nobody call you down. In other way,
Awesome.
in other
Mm.
words,
Yeah, man.
yeah, stand
Thank
up
you
for
for the
your right.
encouragement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
good night.
I will continue to listen to you at all time.
Yes, man. Thank you so much.
All right, my friend. Take care.
Yeah, yeah, that was nice conversation there. But I asked his age, Miss Erica. He said he's 34. Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing over there in Canada. I didn't watch it because once somebody sent one piece I can give me, and from me here the first was 30 seconds. When you see me post some of it, the first 30 seconds, me lock it off and me go back again, go listen to the first 2 minutes. And from me here the two first minutes, me say then the people in the PNP couldn't get it right one speech give this man for go talk over Canada. If them could I even give one speech, make him go talk, and then him take some question from the people them after that. Mr. Anthony, our name, Andre Hilton, was supposed to be in a politics good while. Him understand all the things supposed to work. And none of them not write one speech. At least Bunting did write one speech scheme for do the budget presentation. None of them couldn't write one speech. Little bit of blood. Nikisha Burchell, none of them could write one speech game for talking in Canada. Them tell him for just go over there, go tell the half dozen PNP people them in the room, go over there, go tell them say Andrew Holness under investigation. Or Andrew Holness I get look into. Him did go over there, go tell them about Michael and all of the rest of them were in a sitting there with the integrity people. Him go over there go tell them about the billions he make off a PNP. Me can't take hypocrisy, no man. I swear. Me just can't bother. As far as the Integrity Commission, when you no find the man guilty or something, we no come with the evidence and show we and make we get for decide how we are do them time. But me not have time for waste with the in your windows and the character assassination. Me not have time for that. If we not have sitting for charge a man, and show what we not deal with. You understand? Jamaica 411 say he didn't take questions. Then is what kind of town hall meeting that? And isn't it strange has he held a town hall in Jamaica yet? All which town hall in a Jamaica? You know, you may tell a Jamaica 411 say the politics where them are going with down there. Them only deal with party people, they not deal with the Jamaican people. That's why the people them not come vote, you know. Them only tell the people them to put an orange and come meet down there, so they not tell nothing. But I think people ask questions. Did people ask questions? I don't think so. I think people made statements, but I don't think anybody asked any genuine question like, you know, out of interest in the country and stuff like that. They did not lay a foundation for that kind of setting. I don't think. I first me see this. You know. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get all of the video them with every prime minister or opposition leader whatever talking at the diaspora in a foreign. I'm gonna compile them. And show on say where them got Canada go do, we never see that yet happening in the history of politics. When our politicians them come over here, them not go in front of a bagger crowd. Them go in front of nice, decent, hardworking people of foreign. Jamaican people have their nice, clean job. Have their nice, clean life in a foreign. And then dress up nice and clean and go to these events. And them gonna listen to the politicians or go there go ask them question. But we never see nobody a pack up no look a small space in a orange. And a Jamaica is not a domestic affair, it's an international affair. So I don't know what kind of settings that. Eh? Somebody said the whole of them in a room favor border jumper, border crosser. I say no say so. Over here we do formality, you know. We organize a formal event, and when you go there, you know you don't even wear jeans go there. You go there in your nice suit and you go there clean and you look nice and you smell good. Right? And you go there, you might have like a table of 4 people eating dinner, and then after that now, they might ask some question and make it a look a festive event. You know, where you're having, you know, you're having a time with your people and you have questions for the politicians. That kind of settings we used to over here in America. We don't use to the bagger settings. But yes, Jamaica 411, that is a very valid point you're making. What about the town hall of Jamaica? Them can't face the Jamaican people, you know, because the Jamaican people see what they do to PNP, you know. With the Jamaican people. Hey, the Jamaican people, them see and know what they do to the PNP. The Jamaican people, them see and know, say. The Jamaican people, them see and know, say. Mark Golding not really represent the masses of the people in a no way, shape, or form. He don't represent the masses of the people. And to be honest, I think if Mark Golding call a town hall meeting, me not know how much people in Jamaica and turn out. And this is why when them do anything, them have to call up. Them have to call up Portia name. Them have to call up Michael Manley name. Them have to call up our PG name. When they look at cartel, then gone for. So then can't live in the present and present a situation where the people them must sell the people them something. Mr. Jamaica Live.
Good
Online. Good night.
Good night,
Oh,
everyone.
how are you?
I'm fine, Nat. How are you? How are you doing?
Good. What do you want to say to us?
Oh, let me turn this up. There's a delay.
Oh,
Oh,
well, maybe look like you have on the program in the background then.
yeah, let me turn that off then.
All right. Guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. Jamaica Life jump off. It look like him press the wrong button. So come back on. Hit the like button for me, please, guys, when you come on. And if you want to come and talk with us on the stage here, the link is in the chat. Moderator just put it there. Thank you. There he is. All right. All right. Jamaica Live, I see you back.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good.
Nat, you're doing a great job,
Thank
and
you.
and we love you so much.
Oh,
All
thank you.
right. So I wanted to address the issue of socialism versus in that I look at there's one viewpoint on this where you can look on socialism and capitalism based on the management of the factors of production. The factors of
Okay.
production would be land,
Uh-huh.
labor, capital, and enterprise. Land is all free gifts of nature, would be air, the soil, mining, everything, all those raw materials.
Mm-hmm.
Land, labor would be working, um, capital would be the finances, and
Mm-hmm.
enterprise would be the investors themselves. Okay, so in the truest form, if Jesus were alive and he was going to give, if he was on the earth, he's still alive.
Yes, a
And
joker, not true. Yeah, joker.
no, man, I'm just saying, if Jesus was on earth
Yes.
to operate, to manage the affairs of a particular country, what would happen is that where there would be total honesty.
Uh-huh.
No, the managers in socialism, where there's a manager, where there's a leader, oftentimes, for example, if we had a socialist society in the purest form, where everything is decided by the government,
Mm.
if based on your discussion, one of the persons, what's his name? Uh,
Justin?
no, man, the leaders of the PNP.
Oh, golden.
All right, let's say all right, let's erase that name. If a very selfish person was running a country
Mm-hmm.
as a socialist leader, where he would be running it in his own interest, and supporting the people that are closest to him, then that would be counterproductive. No. So socialism in itself is good in that the aim of making everybody being equal and having everything coming to everybody to in equal terms
Mm-hmm.
in itself is a good concept.
Mm-hmm.
No, capitalism deals with freedom, whereby everything laissez-faire, everything is free, where people can do whatever they want. Now, in order to balance it, I hear they have coined a word to call democratic socialism. I believe that would be where people are able to vote, but then people would be running the country in a very people-oriented way. Now, in my view, um, the socialism, we might like the word socialism because of the charismatic
Mm-hmm.
leaders that we're associated with. No, these are concept or communism, neither of them, because the concept of trying to make everybody equal, if you put somebody in charge of that, they're going to make themselves more equal, and their followers or their friends or their family more equal than others. So the concept is a good concept, but where is a person to effect that? And even if you come with sincerity, further down the line, people lose sight. The most sincere of us lose sight after a year, 10 years in power. They lose sight of reality and become more self-centered. So, and this is in my view, of course. Now, the capitalism deals with free enterprise, whereby people are free to invest and to work the factors of production as they see fit. But what is happening is that if the freedom that is there, again, if that same selfish person is around, they would also be taking the population for granted and be very self-centered about it. So whereby the socialism or capitalism, where it deals with where it comes to the factors of production, land, labor, capital, and enterprise, the strictest socialism sense is where the government will say everything that is being done. The capitalism, the strictest capitalist sense, nobody cares about anything. No, they coin a word to say democratic socialism, but then they coin a word to say mixed economy. I hear people putting down the word mixed economy, but then they are embracing the word democratic socialism. You know, in my opinion, somewhere in the middle is where it works, right? You might have a very charismatic person selling a socialist point, and that would be very well loved. If you have a charismatic person selling the capitalist ideology, that would be very well loved. But what I'm saying, whereby you have very extreme individuals in either systems, that's where the problem would lie. So it is going to be the figurehead, the person that is in charge. No, we're all human beings, and we're all faulty, and we might be okay, and we may be faulty down the line. Some leaders lose sight after they're engrossed with so much power over the years. So in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it is about a balance. And pure socialism is failed communism, because when the government is running production as it sees fit, it is going to be inefficient. Now, socialism, whereby the limits are there. So my take on it is that it's best to be somewhere in the middle. I know 411 don't like the word mixed economy. She thinks that's I heard her in one of her, she may not like it. I heard her in one of her broadcasts saying that it's a concept that some people have not embraced. No, depending on your leaning, you will embrace this idea, this concept, and you might not accept another concept. So the verdict is out and can swing one way or another. So in my opinion, the word socialism is it's scary if you're gonna have you can have a right-wing dictator and a left-wing dictator, whereby people run the affairs of the country to in the best way they see fit. And over time, that can be a moving average. What you see fit today, what about tomorrow, different scenarios. And so what I'm saying is that socialism is preferable to capitalism as an economic system that promotes, and not seeing the end of it on the program I'm looking at. Hold on. The thing is gone. I'm not seeing the end of it. What is the end of it saying? Socialism
it is preferable to capitalism as an economic system that promotes freedom, equality, and prosperity.
Yeah, but you see, if you're going to be a pure socialist, you're going to be operating the factors of production on behalf of others that you see fit. and that might not, that might. So you see, the concept about socialism and capitalism, you know, there are positives and negatives in both, but I
Yes,
believe it's somewhere in the middle. And I don't like, especially in today's world, where the lines are blurred. You're right. People, the socialists are beginning to look more center, and the capitalists are beginning to look more center. In most cases, there are people still going hard right or hard left. But I believe that a middle ground is where we're at. And I don't like the labels capitalism or socialism, because if a very self-centered person gets loose in any one of those ideologies, you're going to have a problem. But because we're humans and we're infallible, we're faulty, we're liable to make bad decisions, bad judgments. That's why I said Jesus, where we know that he will always be doing what is best for us at all times, and there would be no second guessing. But what is happening is that where you have individuals, today you are married, and in 5 years time people hate each other and are at each other's necks. The isms, there's a problem with the isms. We study it from different forms, but what we need, and in Jamaica, I'm glad to see that we're centering. We don't want to think about socialism. People that like Michael Manley, and he has his charm and stuff, will just love social. They don't even know that it is controlling it. They just like, they associate socialism with a charismatic leader. But where we should be at, in my opinion, is that we should be looking at centering the ideological divide. I hear them. People are critical about mixed economy. What is that really? But what is democratic socialism? Anything can have a definition, and even in the dictionaries, what they scoff at now, they will put in the dictionary when sufficient people beginning to use it in their speech. So we mustn't put aside the words that are there. It's a mixed economy. I don't believe socialism is the answer on its own, and I don't believe capitalism is the answer on its own. We need the middle ground. I don't want to put any name where people can be critical of it. The middle ground where we're allowing the private enterprise to develop. That's where economies thrive, where private entities are striving, and the demand and supply effects are dictating and driving the economy. And I believe so that has itself within the capitalistic and the socialist thing now, where we want to put people in the mix. It is a middle ground. I say that it is a middle ground that we have to take, and people are realizing that since the fall of communism by and large, and people are now in the middle, and then from time to time they veer to the left or right. But I think the best bet is to embrace what is good in different ideologies, and to direct them full speed towards uplifting the people. But we don't want a failed system, because what is happening in the socialist ideology, you're such a conviction to help the people, but what you're doing is not being efficient to generate efficiency and growth and all of that. So we need the mixture, a people-driven thing with the business side, and the mix together. That is going to elevate Jamaica. And I charge us to put aside the isms, the socialism and the capitalism, and to just deal with what is practical. You have progressives and you have left leaning and right leaning. I don't like those. I'm more thinking of the economic sense. We deal with productivity, and we take the people's interest at heart. And I say, I embrace the mixed economy, whereby we try and mix it up to bring the best of both worlds. Do I hear an amen to that?
Well, I like your line of argument today. You're making some very solid points. Um, I haven't really stated my opinion yet on, one or the other or both. I just really gave you guys,
An abstract position. I
yes,
understand.
an
So
abstract on what people's views are largely in Jamaica, in America. I don't really know about other countries and the history of the two terms, right?
we're
No,
not thinking of, and I'm going to be humorous now.
yeah,
The green chicken
no,
or
but
the orange chicken or the orange chicken. We're talking now about finding solutions to uplift a nation, and I say let us join together. I try not to be partisan. I try my best not to be partisan, and sometimes they might think I'm orange, and sometimes they might think that I'm green.
I the first hold on there. I first may I hear you over here. Are you a
I'm
radio person? You a radio person?
no, I'm no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm what am I? I'm an honest
Oh, okay.
ardent follower of JPU. You could call
All
me that.
right.
You
I've
could call me
seen
that.
you in the chat, but I've never talked to you, so this is the first time.
Yes,
So welcome.
because I have the opportunity now to
Yeah.
middle,
Yeah,
middle.
man.
The other times we have to be joining sides. You know, by and large, though, I agree with the positions you're taking, and especially when you talk about the that those images you have about the brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember those images? That's
So
green and
long you over here?
yeah, man. Jamaica Live Online. I've been with you all along.
Miss you, man. Miss you, but I
I'm
first
with
may I hear
you.
you.
I'm with you, and I'm for you,
Okay, sir.
and I
Thank
love you.
you. All right. Well, thank you. Thank
So the
you.
issue, in closing, the issue that we have to look at now is
Mm-hmm.
that we have to just think of a middle approach. No, you can have a narcissist in the capitalist world, and you can have one in the communist world and the
No,
socialist
you
world.
but say you're making some valid points. That's why I'm not interject, me make you talk because when you talk about the characteristic of the people who may be leading, whichever side, that is important.
Mhm.
And you know what? In everything that we do, I am of the view that we must not overdo nothing at all. Whether it's eating,
Absolutely, absolutely.
sleeping, dating, whatever we do, once we start to overdo it, you have problem.
Mhm.
So I believe in doing what is practical, what is right by the people. I don't believe in the wolf in sheep clothing trying to, insert themselves in scenarios and situations where they don't fit and therefore they don't understand. So may I ask you a more straightforward question now? The two gentlemen on the screen,
Mhm.
how do you view them in terms of the political parties? Because if in my view the political parties have changed, and
You
that's
know,
the title here
I'm
tonight.
gonna I'm gonna answer that because I met both persons.
Yes.
And the thing in life, right,
Mm,
is that in life, uh, life becomes complex because people are not what they appear to be,
yes.
right? In this world, the people will befriend you to destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you have your friends around you, and everybody's mixed up together, how do you might become cynical? How do you differentiate who is who? Because sometimes the people that are your enemies are kissing up to you more than your friends.
Not real something.
You,
Mm-hmm.
you, you know. But what I'm saying is that no, I hear what you've said, and these two gentlemen that you're putting on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
I met them personally, and
Mm-hmm.
they both appear to be okay personally,
Mm-hmm.
good persons personally. Now, the personal traits that you talk about,
Mm.
you don't really meet. People don't show you that, wear it on their sleeves.
No, no.
Right. So from my vantage point, from my perspective, these are two reasonable individuals. But then that's just at a glance. But then now, when I follow your program now,
Mm.
I'm hearing that one side is more problematic, and you're logical about it. You're being logical about
You have
it.
a way with words there, doing.
Yeah, man. I'm diplomatic, and
Problematic. That's a mild term, but it's acceptable.
yes, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
one might be problematic. Now, personally, I don't have that personal experience
Yes.
because you don't know people personally. But the logics that you give, you know, it will inform us.
All right.
Um,
Well, let me tell you some of the questions the people in the chat are ask you.
oh,
You ready?
yes.
Somebody say, the moderator say, how do you define reasonable?
No. How do you define reasonable? That's going to be. You can look at the pros and cons. You see, if you have a moderate disposition, whereby you take everybody's position into account, right? That's all you can be reasonable. If it's a personal disposition, if you care about people, okay, why would I do that? Maybe that person might be, it might be against their thinking, or if you're mindful, God give us the power to be reasonable, to be reasoned. Your conscience, we have a conscience.
And
that can help.
everybody do it now. And everybody have conscience.
Okay, you're right. I'm saying most of us do. Okay, even qualify that. Some of us do, because I don't know if it's most. So some of us have this conscience, and when you walk about with that talent or gift that God has given you, you are the envy of the world, and you realize that everybody's against you for no reason at all.
All right. Well, tell us about your view of the parties now. You think that the parties them change?
To be fair, since the collapse of communism, both sides are middling the political spectrum.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a good thing.
Okay.
Who would you vote for? Okay. I just saw that a while ago. Okay. So both parties are playing a middle ground. And so that's where we have a common, that's where Jamaica is moving forward. The divide. You can't think about people and give them. If you think about people and think about you just want to give people a house, you have to give the economy the room to grow, to finance the aspirations. So it's a free economy, and with people's interest at heart. Yes, it is a diplomat. I see somebody diplomatic. But what I'm saying is that I'm reading some of the comments.
Yeah, me I hear you, man.
I mean, I read what them said too. So the issue is, right? We the middle ground that we're taking is very commendable. Whereby people still veer left or right a bit, but I'm happy for the middle ground that we're taking, and what you're rightfully doing now, my fair queen, or my dear queen, or princess. You might be the princess.
All right. So what the queen?
Oh, you want the queen?
Tell me later who are the queen, since me are the princess. Hey, here.
No, man. I'm only being complimentary. The youth.
I trouble, man.
Okay, all right. So the issue is, I'm glad that we're taking a middle ground, but I don't support the character assassination It is not something that we should embrace.
Mm-hmm.
When you're getting into character assassination, assassinating people wrongfully, no, that will be preaching to deaf ears, because the people that are character assassinating individuals, they can't help it. Some of them, your image, your colorful, is it a rainbow image thing? The mental scan.
Lord Jesus, so we are talking about now.
The mental scan, the brain scan,
Eh.
the brain scan you're talking about. Some people can't do better than to be mischievous, and
True.
because they can't, they're born with the lack of empathy and the lack of reasoning.
The part in them brain now function.
And they what they do is that they see life as a game to win.
Yes.
Right? And so it's a means to an end. I don't know if you can. It's a means to an end. They do this to win. They do that to win. Nothing is wrong. I'm winning. Whatever they have to step on individuals or destroy
dangerous
thing. So when it comes on to the parties now, I commend you for bringing up the issues. You're doing a fine job, and I haven't come forward, right? Because I don't want to be too partisan. But when you bring a point now that I can be in my comfort zone.
Okay.
Where I can show where we can both build together. So I want to commend, big up to you.
Well, thank you.
And big up to 411, Mr. Vegas. We're watching all of you.
Watching all of you. Okay.
And Liz.
Yes.
And what's his other name again? Karen.
Yes.
You're all doing a wonderful job.
All right. So you're from the patriotic team.
Yeah, man. I'm there. I'm a patriot. But I like the moderation thing. Even though I know sometimes you can't be moderate with these people, with these hardcore individuals. You can't be too moderate. So that might be a weakness of mine, but I find a way to be strong when I need to. But we want to commend JPU. I want to commend JPU in my humble capacity, and I will join you from time to time. I wanted to set up a program like this, but I've not gotten around to it.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to your program. If I can be involved in yours or any of the above ones I spoke about, let me know.
Yeah, man. You're welcome anytime. I'm glad you decided to join us and let your voice be heard.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear your perspective. I don't always like to be the one talking. I like to listen as well. So I'm glad to hear you. And you can come by anytime. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah, and thank you. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man.
And I'm going to take a leave now. I don't want to overstay my Thank you very much. And everyone,
yes, they said I'm baptized. You're baptized. You're baptized tonight.
Be baptized?
Yeah, man, you get the JPU baptism.
Hold on. Let me read something now. I'm a PNP.
Who says so?
Who is it now? Silver Fox in my PNP.
Silver Fox, Tappy.
All right, Silver Fox. Why don't tell me why you think I'm a PNP?
Well, if you are PNP, I bet Silver Fox are JLP. You know what I'm saying? Them people are not easy, you know. If you are PNP, Silver Fox are JLP. And Silver Fox not like say you're PNP.
If he believes, right? If he believes I'm a PNP, right? It means I'm doing something right.
Why you say that? Why you say that? No, you're PNP for you?
No, it means I'm doing something right.
No, let me ask you something now. Serious now. You're PNP or you're JLP? Which one?
No, man. If he feels that I'm a PNP, then him is a PNP changing over to JLP.
Lord Jesus.
No problem. Because Carleen Smith, because he is JLP. Who that?
Mr. Hey, Erica, may I call out to the name, you know? Erica,
Over to JLP. Let me tell you
Carleen.
something. I'm doing very well. For people to be labeling me as in a column, right? In a column that I'm not.
Carleen, Erica, and Silver Fox. The three are on suspension, and the three are call them on JLP, PNP, and JLP at on PNP.
But I'm doing everything good. So people are wondering that I'm a JLP. People that are wondering that I'm a PNP. I voted twice in my life. Right. And so if people are wondering if I'm a PNP or a JLP, one day I'll disclose where my sentiments lie. So
But you just talked to me a while ago. I can't really tell if you're PNP. You want to sound a little. Let me see. You sound woke. You sound woke.
Woke? What do you mean by that?
No, the Gen Z term, they must say you're woke, man. You're woke.
Meaning what? Tell me exactly what you mean.
Meaning you're alert. You're aware of what's going on. You know. Yeah, you're woke. But me not put no label on you, you know. If you want to come disclose, because you know really sound like you want to answer that question there.
No, me not gonna answer
That
that.
does not.
People saying people saying I'm JLP. People saying I'm doing something right.
No, man. Your argument what you made? Your argument what you made here tonight? It's valid, and whether you're PNP or JLP, you know, I don't really partial or bias or nothing. Me like your argument, and it's valid, you know.
You like my argument?
Yeah, man, you make some good points.
All right, so let me give you an argument now to close with a humor. To close with humor. Will you marry me?
Yeah, there. No, sir, you have to go down Jamaica live. You have to go down today. What you say? No, sir. Moderator, may help.
No, okay, sir. So that was the humorous part. So I'll continue to listen and join.
All right, let me tell you.
We like both. We like both PNP, and we like both PNP and JLP. We don't like the dirty politics.
No,
we don't like the dirty politics.
No, 1980s that.
Right, we don't like the dirty politics.
Wait there, you ask me one question, and I'm gonna tell you, say
when you marry me, you're gonna answer.
The only way I answer you
is hold my breath. Hold on, let me hold my breath.
Wait, no man, me only ever answer you if you tell me if you're JLP or PNP. Me not married no PNP, you know. You better come declare yourself, because me not married no PNP. You see what I do, Melissa?
No, we don't believe in harming people. We don't even think of harming people. So we are not in that category. So there might be bad PNP and bad JLP, but we're good-hearted. We preach love.
True.
We music. We deal with music and love.
Yes, and, that's true.
And that's what it's about.
Yes. So, I appreciate your input. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Take care. Okay, bye.
You see the thing, guys, these people in this time, and I'm talking about the leaders, you know, I would have really liked to hear the leaders them come say how them feel about these different ideologies, because really and truly, as we know, and I'm of the belief that, you know, capitalism has its place. We don't believe in exploitation. And you know what they say, capitalism without competition is exploitation. So the moderator said in the comments that we cannot have one without the other. I think most people don't mind, no matter which side you are on. Most people really don't mind unless there is exploitation going on. You understand? People are get disadvantaged and them sit there. That's where the problem come in, Because if everything was going just fine, nobody wouldn't really care. But when one start to disadvantage the situation now, you see we start burn it out and start sing song against it and ray. But like the author said, there's an author, I think he's also a professor at Yale, and he writes about, capitalism and socialism. And like he said, which we all know to be true, is that when capitalism gets on steroids and start getting out of control, because you have some people, as what our guest here just said, you have some people coming at the thing with some personality where they just start disregarding other people and them create destruction. So when you find that happen now and people start to get hurt, you understand, that's when you see the revolt, right? And that is when you see the socialism coming to, kind of put a lid on it. Just like we had Occupy Wall Street. That's what I did name. We remember when the people them sitting up at Wall Street for most 30 day and 30 night. Remember that? Occupy Wall Street. Not long ago. Just before, I think it was just bore the financial disaster that took place in America in a 2000 what year was that? I think a 2007-ish. Yes, sometime around there. Occupy Wall Street. Yes, man. All right. Me put your moderator say, I know. Moderator call, I know. Good night, moderator.
I really plan for calling tonight, but quick one. Based on Jamaica live there,
Mm-hmm.
he asked him a question and him still not really answer it. Him skirt around it the whole time. You ask him a question because he make a comparison. You ask him about the two gentlemen on the screen. To the same happen to meet both of them and they are reasonable and all of that. I ask a question and him still never answered. If you're gonna make a comparison between the two, yeah, and you can't give your open honest opinion, then that means you have something where you either hide from or you don't want to be on record as being sane. Yeah?
Maybe no one a labor right and a PNP cussing.
No, I mean, you don't necessarily have to be one or the other to give your honest opinion. Yeah? We support someone reasoning where the whole socialism, capitalism is concerned. Yeah, because as I say in the comment, one don't work without the other.
True.
We see what happened. We see what happened one time we be too radical with socialism without fostering capitalism. It can't work. Yeah?
Okay, well, let me ask you this then, because I think I tried to ask him. Where the political parties are concerned and the change that I alluded to. You want to comment on that?
The change. We know that one
in ideology, I'm saying.
We know that one normally lean mainly to socialism. Yeah? And we see where that one, which we know as a PNP always lean more to socialism, has actually changed the socialism ideas of the People's National Party has changed over the years, and it changed mainly with this last crop of people controlling the party.
Starting when?
Yeah? Starting when? Since the whole sabotage and the hostile takeover.
You think them are capitalists?
Of course they are. They actually, Peter Bunton himself said it in an interview when he was asked if he believed in the whole socialism, democratic socialism.
So Andrew,
He himself don't subscribe to it.
Andrew is what?
As the man say, he's a perfect mix of both. Him say it in an argument, both go hand in hand. Andrew himself said it in a speech recently when he was making the comparison between both his parents. His mother is a ardent labourite, his father is a socialist. So him get teaching from both.
So where the term trickle down come from?
Huh?
Where the term trickle down come from? Can say him not believe in a trickle down.
Trickle down comes from, listen, the term trickle down comes from, most people look upon capitalism as everything is weighed at the top. Yeah? But the term trickle down in the blend of both comes from, you have to build the capacity for capitalism to generate the wealth in order to provide the social needs. Yeah? The whole social housing and certain programs and plans that is being put in place can't materialize without the capital to do it. Yeah? Hence, the whole focus on the economy, getting the economy back in the state that it should be in, generating the growth, yeah, and all of that. All of that have to happen simultaneously in order for the social programs to continue. Yeah, and that was the failure of the 70s. Whilst the ideas were there to push the social programs, they weren't balancing the capital side of things. So therefore they didn't have the revenue to do it. And that's why it was deemed as a failure.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, so in other words then, the JLP with Andrew Holness, you say Andrew Holness is him understand.
A perfect blend of both.
Yes, him understand the socialism aspect of life and the society and the capitalist aspect. Meanwhile, on the PNP side, I just some capitalists have over there. I lead the party. That's what I say?
Most definitely. As I said, Peter Bunton said it in a speech, in a interview actually, where he was asked about the whole socialism thing, and he said, in flat out said, no, it's not about that. Why you think people like Venetia and even Karen and others now go say eye to eye with him? Because him not believing in the social ideals or the foundation of the party.
I so I'm going to figure ask the gentleman what is the position, the ideological position of Golden. I forgot to ask him,
Well, Peter Bunton said, when you say Mark, you say him, and when you say him, you say Mark. So him speak for Mark. So if him say that, that means that the same idea Mark around it.
Yes, that's true. Well,
so that's the thing where people need to understand. That's why I asked a question when the first caller asked, they mentioned that they are both reasonable. Why in definition of being reasonable? Because Mark now come across as reasonable. You can seek to lead a country, and every chance you get, you try to tear down the very country where you are trying to lead. That is like burning down the country to rule over the ashes. It can't be.
They know that. Then doing a PNP, man.
You set up people for go up on foreign soil. Yeah, that tear down the same country where you try to lead. No reasonable about that.
Yes, they might tear down the country and they might tear down the prime minister.
No, but they're tearing down the prime minister and spreading propagandas and lies about the country itself. Where Rattigan and the rest of them did overseas.
Okay.
They must spread propaganda, they must try to drive away tourists, they must try to drive away investors, they must do everything to put the country in a bad light. So we couldn't put it down as only the Prime Minister them a try to tear down. You try to tear down the country where you aspire to lead.
Why they not go on down to Jamaica go deal with whatever issue? I don't understand them people here. When them ever get done in the them just want to shame the country out. I don't understand.
Time I try to so much to understand them, what me gonna do, and focus on what they are doing.
Oh, God.
Understanding them is a whole complete study unto itself. You have to just focus on what they are doing and know so what they are doing, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, my question is going on. How them Alma go then come back to Jamaica now? How am I going to Parliament go face the Parliament knowing when going to the diaspora go do? Boy, I mean,
It's like nothing to him. I tell you already, and I tell you again. People like Mark Poland, to me, I seem to be bothered by nothing in conscience. Them probably have something else, but them not have nothing that bother them like that.
yeah, the man saying prefer the JLP in talking mine, you know.
You put that in the comment.
Yes, him saying prefer the JLP. I wonder if I should with him say me not married no PNP.
You can only judge people off how them display. Yeah.
Lord have
What
mercy.
them do and say, you know, you have to just judge them off how them display.
Mm-hmm.
And what he has been displaying is not a love for country, but somebody with in own self-interest at heart.
They, you know, sister, them want to do Andrew like what they do cartel. Talk it truth.
Well, them can do what them are doing, but there are people who must stand aside and allow them to do what them trying to do.
Them get away with doing that to cartel in the diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
And we never see that yet. No politician in Jamaica, to my knowledge, never do that yet. Go on foreign side, go call up their opponent, them political opponent or any other citizen name. And the first we see this in our politics, you know.
Never happened, but look now. You see, Andrew went to New York the other day and did that town hall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark went to Canada. We just know and do a town hall. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What are the differences between the two?
One of them a diplomat and one of them a bugger.
Okay. There's a total difference. You see, Andrew displays statesman-like behavior, Mark Colin behave like a rogue.
He might behave like a
rogue?
Mm-hmm. He might behave like a gunman, man, like him. He want to stick up Andrew and take the country. God have mercy. Colonial style.
So, I tell us my few cents, you know. I've been saying whenever you plan to call in, but Jamaica Live prompt me for really have a call in. Eh?
Well, I'm glad you called. Thank you for calling.
Blessings and continue following and read the comments.
All right, thank you. Good night.
All right, cool.
All right, guys. Hit the like button for me, please, guys. I'm glad you all decided to join the platform tonight and participated. I'm glad that Jamaica Live show him hand. Him said that him prefer the JLP. I wonder if he just prefer the JLP right now, or if him just prefer the JLP altogether. Him same vote twice. Thank you for answering the question, Jamaica Live Online. I wonder what is the motive behind. Me not say nothing more, yeah, man. So I Silver Fox said that is a PNP categorized both leader the same way, same party, same way. Very interesting. Guys, did you enjoy the program tonight? The longest I've stayed in a while. Today is Saturday. Happy Sabbath to you, Sabbath keepers. Although the Sabbath start from in the evening yesterday. at sundown. Yes, man. Thank you so much for joining. Who lost love? Eh, no easy, no. Lord Jesus. You know, me there do while me I talk to you, me I pull out my braid, you know. Because me go braid me here a couple of days ago. And me never like it, so me go over the woman back to the one professional African braider. She been braiding me and my daughter's hair. Me go back to her today for she fix it. But you know, she said come back Tuesday. If I take it out, come back Tuesday and make she braid it over for me. So I me there though. But me I come me there now. Yeah, man, all of who joined the program, thank you so much. I would really want to hear. I don't know, I really want to hear the Prime Minister comment on it. I don't want to hear nothing from Mark Gold in them here, because them are fake. But I don't want to hear the Prime Minister, although him say him not believe in a trickle-down economics, but I would want to hear what him think about these different ideologies. Yeah, man, me a multitask, Mikhail. This is the beauty of women, you know. We can't do everything one time. Me I read comment, me I listen, me I talk, and me I pull up my braid said time. And I navigate the screen said time. Do this and beat me. You see why Andrew take up a whole like woman them? You see why Andrew promote a whole like woman them? I realize the woman them are gonna save the world. You know see it? Yeah, man. You don't want to ask if Jamaica life can take out braids. Ah, Jesus. No, sir. Oh, you can't hear my hair? Yeah, man. I get up early morning and finish take it out. Because I forgot work tomorrow. Or today. Today, I should say. Lord of mercy, guys. Election Tuesday, Super Tuesday over here. Tuesday, biggest day. I have a feeling say we're not going to know who wins until about Wednesday, you know. Yeah, we're not going to know who wins until Wednesday. Botheration. Jesus, Father. Can you imagine the amount of anxiety, the amount of psychiatric medication, anxiety and problem between, as a matter of fact, it start already. But between Tuesday morning, early voting done must be today. But can you imagine the anxiety between tomorrow and Wednesday? God have mercy, man. Yes, man. I am putting Jamaica live on the program Tuesday. Ah, Jesus. People over here say in America, the anxiety they pan away. Eh? Me see some Jamaican people. Actually, I don't want to cuss them, you know. Me see some Jamaican people. Some of them now have no papers. And them a talk about vote Trump. I want them vote Trump, you see. Making get to know what to do with them. Chaos and confusion. Miss Donna, you go vote Tuesday. You take off Tuesday if you go vote. Erica vote already. Me didn't want to vote early, no, but me have too much things to do, yeah, man. So, me go wait until Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning. You know, so me did a campaign out, me kind of ease up a little bit over the last month. I've just been following, what's going on. I went to one rally. I did 2 phone banking because when it was really hot, I couldn't really go out there because I don't like the heat. And when we did the door to door, it did too hot for me. Do up but the door to door about 3 weekends. And I did some really say the Democrats them are run a hell of a campaign on the ground. Them ground game no normal. They're very organized. So, me did kind of ease up off of the campaign a little bit. On the ground still because they have various ways that you can campaign. You can pick up the phone and call. You can text people. Like even me, the amount of text message me get a daytime every day. Them are reminding say early voting close. Them say your address is this and that. You can vote this. So them a tell you where to vote. Them just a remind people. You understand? So there are so many ways that you can volunteer. And trust me, the campaign organization, the grassroots campaign organization of Harris and the Democrats, it no normal. You understand? So even when you go out there, go to canvassing, them have one app. And you put the app on your phone and you know which houses to go to because they're not gonna send you to a Republican home. Like if them know say you're a Republican, them not going have you go knocking on those doors, but like independents and Democrats, they will remind Democrats to vote, or if an independent, you go there and try to persuade them. So they have the sophisticated way of doing it, and then them have the grassroots way. So it's been good. I mean, both of the candidate, them just a follow one another. So one of the time you see the two of them I think the two of them in the same state. I win. I must say yesterday. They were both in Nevada. And I just hope so them not drop down from exhaustion because I never see this yet. Them are the most aggressive campaign this may ever see. But we have to do what we have to do. To all me promote voting. Yeah, me not gonna do it, man, but sure I got busy, And where I live, there's no long line. Like when I go to vote on Tuesday, I get in and out of there real fast. And I like say I go see one long line. My polling station is very easy because it's not a heavily populated area. And they're very efficient, you understand? So if me didn't know say like there's gonna be a long line, I would be worried and I would be like, okay, I have to vote early. Like this whole week, I've been home just catching up on stuff, but there's no rush really. But you have some people, they either live far from the polling station or, they have some kind of issue. So voting early, would do them a lot of good. I don't have to really worry about that. So I can mail in all your voting. But yeah, them a campaign aggressively, man. Mr. Chumpal put on rubbish man clothes. Put on rubbish truck clothes after a theme people him. I call the Puerto Rican them rubbish. Jesus, Father. Me can't wait for it over, people. Can't wait for it over. But we no need to go over the man channel where there's a man who always predict the election, and he has never been wrong. Me say the man better than understand him and a pollster. And a polling do, if you go over there, go watch him and see the method where him use. He uses this method to predict who are going to win the election. And from the time of Ronald Reagan, I think, or before that. The man never wrong yet. And people know him for making these accurate predictions. And I'm not even going to tell you guys who he predicted is going to win. But I think you should go over to his channel and listen to him. And hear him and say if you agree with him. And when you come back next time, you tell me what you think. I wonder if anybody could have typed him name in here. So I don't remember where name, you know. I don't remember where him name. Lord, Miss Donna, you forget where he say Harris are going to win. Him say Harris are going to win. I shut me eye and listen to him, you know. Don't me nervous. No, sir. I don't know if you go listen to him prediction. And him defend him prediction because him say him never wrong yet and him never wrong for true. And him stand up with him prediction because he has some chum people. Them are threatening him and them sitting there. Because him put up one video talk about the threats them. So they ain't threaten him and so, but he stand by him prediction. Let me see if I can find out. Come on to go watch it. Let me see. Him is a historian. See, it says on USA Today, historian who correctly predicted 9 of them, 9 of the last 10 presidential elections, picks Harris. Him name, hold on, I soon tell you, see it here. Him name Alan Lichman. I'm type him name here, so. Him still a put up video, you know, talking about it. See him name there, guys. Alan Lichman. I could have go over there now after I come off of this, go see if him put up nothing from morning. Yes, Colleen, Alan Lichman. Miss Donna, you're there on the ball, though. He said Harris will win. All him forgot the poll, you know, but he may have to go learn about poll still. But I guess his method is not the same as what the pollsters use. But I want you guys to go listen so you will know what he does. The girl who spoke about TD Jakes said Harris will win. Who she? Devon, be yourself. Anyway, guys, me ever come go put up here now, as my granny used to say, she will put up. Celestial, okay, thank you. Oh, well, Miss Navleta go about she very late. Miss Navleta, where you come from one so late in the morning? And that if you tell you where you come from. Anyway, guys, tomorrow, have yourselves a good night and thank you again for joining. Don't forget to hit the like button before you leave. Catch you tomorrow.
I have never voted for a Democrat, but this year I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
It is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey, move out my way.